Hi everyone. Welcome to the another session for learning React. So today we will be discussing on React features, the main features of React. So the first thing, easy to learn. So any JavaScript developer who is working on the web development, everyone will be aware of JavaScript. So this any JavaScript developer can understand the basics and start developing an awesome web application within a couple of days with the help of just a tutorial. So that easy is to learn React. React is very simple and lightweight library that only deals with the view layer, which we already discussed. So like Angular, it's not completely depending upon the MVC frameworks, right? So it just on the view layer. So we just need to focus on that. So if we are ready to learn and within like a week span, we will be ready to create a project and to work on that. So the next feature, components and composition. So React is fully based on components. Each component should deliver a unique result. So it's up to us actually. So when we build a component or when we create a component, it's up to us that maximum it's efficient to keep a component to deliver a single output so that it will be easy for us if we want a same feature to be replicated anywhere in our other web page and all, we can simply implement this component. Otherwise, if this component is having two type of deliverable, then it will be difficult for us to implement anywhere, right? So every time we need to make sure that that component is having a unique deliverable. We can create small components like button, checkbox, drop down, etc. And then we can create a wrapper component composed of those smaller components. And then we can create higher level wrapper components. And it goes on like that until we have one root app component. Almost all of us will be having a root component, that is app. And inside that we will be having many hundreds of components. So it's like React is actually working on the principle of composition. So the Java developers, everyone might heard about inheritance, but here we are using composition, that we are creating a composition, we are wrapping the components on other components. So it goes on like that. Now, the next feature is the virtual DOM. So, the main performance factor for React projects is virtualization. So, here, today's technologies are highly efficient to handle these complexity functions, but DOM updates are always expensive and very slow. And React solves this issue using virtual DOM. So, here comes the part of virtual DOM. So, what is virtual DOM? So actually, this React actually maintains two virtual DOMs, one for the updated version and one for the just pre-updated version. So any changes happen, using diffing algorithm, actually React takes notes of the differences of what all things have changed. And the changed part, it actually updates in some batches to the real DOM. So the entire DOM is not updated. Only the updates are getting updated, and that too only in batches. So the update is not instantly updated in the real DOM. It actually happens in a batches. So that's why we say that it's a little bit of asynchronous. That you will understand later when we use state and all. When we are updating the states and all, it actually is not instantly updated. So that it's a little higher portion. So we will discuss later. So the thing is that it uses diffing algorithm to compute the difference, and the updates are done to the real DOM only in batches. And this entire process is known as reconciliation. So that's how it uses virtual DOM, and that's how it increases the performance of this React project. Now, developer tools. So React developer tool and Redux developer tools both are like will be familiar if you if you guys have already worked with some projects. So this React developer tools and Redux developers tools, how they are much useful, like it comes when you are actually debugging issues come, when issues come, right? When you debug this, these tools play an important role. So in at any point of time you might have faced help for these tools. So this React developer tool is a great for inspecting React components, where it will be detailing the hierarchy, the props, the states which is getting used. And then the Redux developer tool, it's like if you are using this Redux library, you should definitely take a look at Redux developer tools for Chrome. So actually these two are like easily having a chrome extension, so we can easily implement and easily use it. So whenever in Redux we may have a action replay, we may have we may need to display action. So everything is possible through this developer tools. So mainly in debugging and also for testing also, for unit testing, we definitely use this developer tools. So that is the other good feature for React projects which we come across. Then React ecosystem, so which I already discussed. React is just a JavaScript library, unless until rest of the Angular and all, which are complete framework. So here we need to depend on the ecosystem like Babel, Webpack, routing, styling, state, like Redux, some context API. So we have to depend on these things. Now comes JS6. So JS6 is like it's a JavaScript XML. It's an extension to the JavaScript. So here it almost looks similar to the HTML. So it actually makes easier to write and add HTML in React. It was created as a syntactic sugar for React.create element. So here JS6 is like it simply looks like the HTML. So as you we write the HTML code, and it simply looks like a HTML, but a few differences like class name HTML4 are used instead of class and 4. Also in the naming convention, like camel case is used. So on click, it becomes on click, like C is capital, right? So it becomes camel case. So only minute differences are there in HTML. So and not only that, it is very easy to implement JavaScript in your JS6 by embedding in a curly braces, and inside that whatever we write, it actually computes, it actually operates as a JavaScript code and provides the result over there. So it's and the difference is like in JS6 we have to only return a single parent element. So that's why like we use fragments, or else we use a div, but it's not a good way. So we may need to yeah, use the fragments if you are not having a proper, like it's not like a table or something, it's not like, then you can simply use the fragments over there. So it actually returns only a single parent element, this JS6, respective of HTML. So we a minute differences from HTML, but it is very similar to HTML, and it's very easier for the coders, and for implementing, for writing the code, because HTML is always easy for everyone. So when we are delivering, when we are writing a code for a specific like web app, right? So it will be very easy for it for us to implement JS6, as we need not to study anything further. It's already the similar to HTML. So only the minute differences which I have mentioned is there. So these are the main features come across for React. So thank you guys. Please do subscribe my channel for more videos. Thank you.